Hello everyone! Today's video is going to be about Rockstar Games' most underrated game, Lanoire. To be clear, this will not be a video that goes over every case, just one that goes over the key points in the story, so let's get right into it. We start off in 1947, where decorated Marine Corps veteran Cole Phelps starts his career as a police officer in the LAPD. He starts his journey as a patrol officer, until Cole and his partner find themselves to be first on scene at a murder. Cole, despite being a beat cop, uses his initiative to solve the murder. This naturally impresses some of the higher-ups at the LAPD, and lands Cole a promotion to the role of detective. Well, that was easy. Cole now finds himself at the traffic desk, where he is tasked with mostly automotive-based crimes. He now has a new partner, Steven Bukowski. Cole, alongside his new partner, solve a number of crimes, the last of which involve a pedophilic ring hidden inside the center of the Hollywood movie industry. Good job, Cole. While interviewing Marlon Hopgood, the leader of the ring, we're interrupted by dirty cop Roy Earl, who is part of the vice department at the LAPD. Roy then informs us that Hopgood is an LAPD informant and that we need to let him go. The case escalates into what becomes a shootout in the middle of a movie set, which is pretty cool. Cole kills all the bad guys and arrests the survivors, and earns himself yet another promotion after solving this case. Cole is now a proud member of the homicide desk, where he and his new partner, Rusty Galloway, get to solve high-profile murders. Cole works on a series of cases that he believes are all connected to the Black Dahlia murders, which are actually based on real-life cases. The murderer likes to leave his signature mark, BD, on the bodies of his victims and send cryptic messages to the police department. However, Cole, being the high IQ man that he is able to decipher all the killer's messages, leading him around the city in a search for clues hidden by the killer. This would eventually lead Cole to tracking down the killer in an LA church, where the killer is revealed to be a man by the name of Garrett Mason, a bartender that Cole actually met in a previous case. Cole would chase the killer through the hallways and tunnels of the church before shooting the deranged man to death. As Cole and Rusty celebrate their victory, their police captain informs them that the killer will not be named publicly, and this was because the killer happened to be related to a high-ranking US official at the time. Now that the case was solved and thrown into the closet, Cole found himself yet another promotion, this time to that of the vice desk. Cole's new partner would be that dirty cop from earlier, Roy Earl. Roy, in a gesture of kindness, would take Cole out for a drink at a bar called the Blue Room. This is where Cole would take a liking to the bar's German singer, Elsa. After this night, Cole would start to frequent the bar, despite being a husband and father to those he had at home. On the job, Cole learns of army surplus morphine that's being sold throughout the city, and it's leading to many overdoses that Cole and Roy would now have to investigate. Cole would often find members from his old unit in the Marines dead from this morphine. Cole decides to interview Elsa, because for some weird reason he thinks that she might know something. Anyway, he follows her home one night and hopes to catch something. The only thing he caught that night was an affair. Unfortunately for Cole, Roy watched him enter Elsa's apartment. The next day, while interviewing a man suspect of distributing the morphine, the police chief interrupts the meeting and tells Cole that he is suspended and that his wife is pressing charges against him for adultery. After this, his wife kicks him out of the house, and he continues to live with Elsa. The next time we see Cole, he had been demoted to the all-but exciting arson desk, the lowest of the low in the LAPD, where he will mainly deal with house fires. But after a few house fires, Cole begins to become suspicious and notice a link between all the fires. The Suburban Redevelopment Fund, a company that builds houses for returning World War II vets. Anyone who owned land that the Suburban Redevelopment Fund planned to build on was being bought out, and those who refused to sell conveniently had their houses burned down. The owner of the company, Leland Monroe, is interviewed by Cole, seemingly denying everything. After this, our good friend Roy Earl tells us that we need to back off, and that the redevelopment fund is a mess we do not want to get involved in. This forces us to abandon our investigation. However, one of Elsa's close friends dies while working on a house for the fund, so they get in contact with frenemy of Cole's, Jack Kelso. Jack is a private investigator. During Jack's investigation, Jack finds that many high-ranking people in LA politics are involved in the fund scheme, such as Jack's boss, the police chief, the DA, the city mayor, and the LA Times editor, just to name a few. Not too long after this, Elsa would be kidnapped by a man who we would find out to be the arsonist. The arsonist, Ira Hogaboom, was part of Cole's unit in World War II and was left traumatized by the war. He brings Elsa to the sewers. Cole and Jack chase Hogaboom into the sewers of LA. After Cole puts down his old brother in arms to save Elsa, Cole and Kelso are left looking for an escape from the sewers. Unfortunately, in the process of helping Kelso escape, Cole is swept away by a rush of water, leading to his death. The ending of L.A. Noire would show Cole's funeral, with the eulogy being led by none other than Roy Earl and the police chief, who had to cover up their tracks and not let out the corruption of the LAPD into the public eye. That's where the story of L.A. Noire comes to an end. I hope you enjoyed this summary. I know that this summary left out a lot of characters and some other things that you might think are important, but that was just for the sake of time. If you want to experience the full story, go watch the video linked in the description or play L.A. Noire for yourself. See y'all in the next one.
'Cause I always kill the things I love.